Hey everyone, welcome to another edition of my live tea tasting. I've got a special blend for you guys today. Well, I keep calling them blends. It's not blends. I have a special tea for you guys today, and I'm really looking forward to it. I've been holding on to this one for literally 2 years now. I kind of just wanted to do it as a special black tea month kind of a thing, but since that hasn't happened, I decided to just go ahead and pull the trigger on this one. So today I'm going to do a tea from a place that I haven't done for quite some time. This place is called Tea Source, and it is Red Dawn 2021. And this one I've been looking forward to. Hey Snail, welcome. I've been looking forward to for quite some time. Now, if you can tell, this is actually, because it's dated, this one was actually keeping track of when it was plucked and produced and distributed. So we have, it's been aged for about 2 years. And we're going to take a look and see how, it's going to be more indicative of the crop in that flush. So we take a look at the liqueur first of all and see that it's a nice golden copper brown. It's pretty clear through the liqueur. But let me tell you that aroma is incredible. It's nice and robust. Hey Ma, welcome. And I want to say it's probably gonna sound kind of silly, but it's a little bit musky. But that's just because I'm shortening it for. I'm shortening the word muscatel on here. It's very vibrant, very bold and strong, and I'm definitely going to enjoy this one. So right off the bat, there's a nice kind of an apple rock fruit aroma to it. It smells a little bit like slightly roasted, but not smoky. So it's teetering that line just a little bit. I'm gonna take. Ooh, this thing is piping hot. I'm gonna take it a little bit slow and take my first slurp. Here we go. Ooh, that is nice. I'm going to take another slurp of this. I'm really impressed. It's very robust and toasty, not astringent at all. And we'll take a look at the leaf to see how it was produced. You can see that it's a little bit twisty. I'll just put my hand right there. It's a little bit twisty. A little bit like a stick. It's very, very thin. You can tell it's very thin, so it was twisted pretty tight. And it's got a nice strong stem on it. And it's the color doesn't really show up very well on here. But it's not. It's considered a black tea, but it's not oxidized to the point where it's super duper black. It's kind of a little tan. Well, a dark tan, I want to say, because it's not like I've seen darker teas, but you can actually see the brown in the leaf. When you open them up after it's steeped, you can see the color difference better. It's a little bit lighter. It shows better on the wet leaf than it does on the dry, for some reason in the camera. But that color tells a lot about what you're going to be drinking when you drink short. Not short. It's kind of thin, very twisty and strong. But also, hey Izzy, welcome. But also, the color of it shows that it hasn't been. It's on the lighter side of the oxidation, so you're gonna get between 80 and 95 for black teas. So we have this is going to be closer to 80% oxidized. Whew, this stuff is hot. Now I love that this tea has very little mouthfeel to it. It just goes right down smooth. There's no texture. There's no graininess that you sometimes find in tea. It's very, very smooth, very watery, but not in the flavor. It's watery in the texture. It's watery in the context, but not in flavor. The flavor is very bold, a little bit sweet, slightly astringent on that last sip. That first sip I took, none at all. But this is coming out really, really nice. I'm taking it little sips at a time because, one, it's hot and I don't want to burn my tongue to the point where I can't taste anymore. But also, I take that quick sip to aerate it so that it helps me taste the flavor even better. Now, it's got kind of like an apple skin kind of flavor to it. Like that little sweetness that you get from apple skins rather than the apple itself, where it's overly juicy, and overly, like, you can taste that full apple sweetness. The skin has that little bit of tingy bitterness to it, that offers the same sweetness as the apple, and that's what I'm getting here. Not to the point where it's where the bitterness and the stringency is strong, but it's to me it's just noticeable. I'm not very sensitive to it, but it works pretty well. I love the way that it just kind of sits in my chest for a couple seconds as it goes down. I can still taste it, like, from the back of my throat coming up with every breath that I take, and every word that I speak. It just kind of like ruminates around my palate, and it's giving me a nice warm sensation. This is really, really nice. I don't even know, where is this from? It should be it doesn't say. It doesn't say what farm this was from, which is kind of it's kind of it's kind of just an annoyance to me to put a year on here, but doesn't say where it's from. I don't know. Like, it looks to me like this is a Chinese black tea, but it doesn't say. Let me see if I can look it up. That's something that I should have done earlier, but if I'm not slightly unprepared, it's not one of my streams. So let's take a look. And also, dagnabbit, typing with my left hand. Tea source, there we go. And also, what's giving it away is the fact that the name of it is Red Dawn. And red is a title that's usually used in Chinese black teas. For instance, they have Big Red Robe, which is a Chinese oolong. So let me just double check. Hopefully it's still in their catalog. Red Dawn. Okay, so yeah, it says it comes from the Huangjingui cultivar. Huangdan translates into yellow morning dawn, and Red Dawn is a black tea. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't say on the actual product where it's from. Oh, wait. Okay, so it doesn't say where it's from, but it does say that the trend of like it in its creation and how it's made actually comes from Taiwan. It says it was popularized with the Ruby 18, which is now being explored in China as well. So this is kind of borrowed from the Taiwanese processes, and they generally like this process is probably more used for oolong, but they are doing it with a black tea. Yeah, it does look like they're currently out of stock, so um, there's no updated information about it. But it is interesting because they refer to this as Hong Cha, which apparently means red tea. So this is a variant of it. So my instincts were right. I have saved my reputation. Let's go back and see. They don't have any other pieces of information from it. So, oh well. Even if I had looked it up, I would have just looked a little bit smarter. And I love that as it cools off, I'm getting a little bit of like a malted flavoring to it. Like it's slightly vanilla-ish, a little peach, a little bit sugary. Like the sweetness on there tastes like a really sweet fruit. Oh, that's so nice. I love the way it just like kind of sits there and ruminates. Like I get to it's a very slow burning flavor. What's going on? My thing. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I froze for a second there. Oh, that's annoying. I never know. I never know if it's working because I'm not getting any comments on my phone. That's why I'm looking at my Facebook page, but for some reason, like things are lagging. Modern technology, am I right? Anyway, oh, that is beautiful. Like as it cools down, the flavor remains bold, but the astringency is kind of disappearing. I'm not getting it as bad as it was before, and it might either be because it is generally dissipating, or my palate's already used to it from this cup. So it's becoming really really nice and mellow. Um, I'm really feeling it. Like this is really nice. Ooh. I'm starting to get a little bit hot. The my core temperature is raised a bit, and I'm feeling like all of my chest right now is kind of warm, and I'm tasting it still in the back of my throat, and it's kind of it's nice and warm and like comforting. Now this is like it's really akin to a general black tea. It's not harsh. It's bold. It's like the muscatel is nice and even. The smokiness is not super strong. It's kind of in the midway of sweet and savory. Like I enjoy how it just kind of sits there, and I don't want to say like invades my system. That's the wrong terminology. But it feels like it's like I'm just absorbing it as a whole. Right now, my arms are a little bit warm. My chest, my neck, and I'm even like putting up a little bit of a sweat. And that usually indicates that my temperature has raised from the inside out. So as I drink, I'm relying on the air conditioner to cool me off, but the air conditioner is kind of low right now, so I'm going to be sweating a little bit. Which is a good thing because, that means that normally if you sweat, it'll make your surroundings cooler. Now I'm going to crack open the door a little bit. Yeah, you can tell this is going to be the, this is coming to the end of summer because it's not as hot as it was before. I can just crack open the window and get in a nice cool breeze. And I wanted to drink outside a little bit earlier when the wind was nice and breezy. But I was like, you know what? If I drink then, I have to stream my tea now. It's gonna be a little bit difficult. So I left it as is. And I don't even know if I'm on. Doggone it! I just realized. I forgot. I forgot to tune into Twitch. Oh well, I'll just shut that down then. My bad. Anyway, I'm already halfway through my my presentation, and too late. Anywho. I really like how this is making me feel. Overall, it's relaxing. It's soothing. The caffeine is keeping me alert. This is going to be on the higher end of the caffeine spectrum. How much there is, I don't know. But generally, black teas are going to be higher in caffeine than the rest. Excuse me. So you're going to have that natural reaction to it. Oh, excuse me, getting the hiccups. And it seems like it's just very, very slow going in my system. It's taking its time, keeping me comforted, keeping me warm. Oof, and I am starting to sweat a little bit, which I wasn't expecting because generally when you drink a hot tea, you have the natural temperature of the water that hits your stomach, but afterwards you get like this overall kind of sensation of warmth. Hey, Nicole, welcome. You get this general sense of warmth in your body that I normally don't get unless there's spices in there. There's no spice in this tea, but I'm still getting that feeling of warmth without that burning sensation in my stomach. And sometimes if it's very, very heavy, I'll get heartburn. I've never had like serious heartburn issues from a tea before, but it has happened. Like I'll just get it if something has too much of a ginger content, or if it has too much turmeric in it, whatever the case may be. It's keeping me nice and mellow. There's none of that in here. All it is straight up tea, and it's really nice and comforting. It's really nice and cozy. Like I can see myself just drinking this during the winter in front of a fireplace, just setting a whole mood for it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and open up the floor for questions and comments. Anything you want to talk about, now is the time. This is definitely something that I'm going to answer Teresa's question like I always do. What would I pair this with? What food would I pair this with? Being that this is a very bold flavor, but also kind of sweet, I think that it would go very well with like a chocolate cake, um, or a dark chocolate bar, something like that, where the darkness would complement each other. If I were to go with if I were to go with an entree, I would probably do something sweeter on the sweeter end to complement the rock fruit taste that's there, because I it's there, but um, it's a little bit under focused. Like, it could use a little help to come out. Mm. But that's really, really nice. So what would be the entree? I don't know, something that has brown sugar in it. Like, I can like something that's sweet but not too sweet. What has like I guess like maybe a honey glazed ham, a barbecue. Barbecue might go really, really well with this. A Am I still connected? I just got, yeah, I don't know, something just happened here. A nice barbecue flavoring would be really, really nice. Maybe ribs, yeah. Let's go with barbecue ribs for this one. Like the natural honey, kind of the fruitiness that you get sometimes. That would go really well. I am getting flooded with comments right now. So I guess all this time, I hope I was, I hope I was still, I hope I was still broadcasting after all this time. Anybody in the comments, let me know if I froze for a long period, because I couldn't tell. It just like everything just came up. I mean, if so, what can I do now? Am I still going on now? I mean, I see myself. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Okay, yeah, yeah. That's just so weird. Like, for some reason, it was giving me issues. Even now, my phone is a little bit dark. Oh, well, you know what? I will just take this as the opportunity to close out, because I don't know if I'm going to be, like, right now I'm just so far off track. So, until next time, have a great night, a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you later. Bye!